Hello and welcome to another video by little old me. Today we're going to be talking about my sticker making process. I have made a couple of different stickers for my shop and I just thought I would go through the process of making them with you. In this video I order one set of stickers and also receive a different set that I want to talk to you about and will be available by the time this video goes up, which is very cool. So obviously the first part of designing the sticker is the designing process. I have learned recently that it is easier for me to sketch, I mean this is pretty obvious, in a sketchbook than it is digitally. I used to try and come up with ideas just with my iPad and it doesn't really work. I find it much easier to sit down with my sketchbook, sketch out a bunch of shit, physically have to erase it. I'm not sure why, but if I try and figure out ideas digitally, it all just gets really muddy. These days I tend to sketch a bunch of shit in my sketchbook, whether it's sometimes I'm trying to come up with an idea for a sticker or something, or you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to turn this into a digital thing, and sometimes I'm just sketching. Either way, I end up taking a photo of what I've done and then putting that onto Procreate on my iPad, and then I go from there. I usually just like go over the line work in pencil on the iPad and then refine over and over again until I'm sort of happy with it. It also depends on what I am making. So for example, some of my stickers look a bit different to others. The cat one that I designed in this video but haven't received yet, it has a more of like a painterly type look, so obviously I layered a lot. I used a gouache brush on Procreate, whereas others, if I don't want it to have that look and I just want it to be like an illustration or something like that, then it will just be like the colours will be full, like they'll be filled in colours rather than having any texture to them. Obviously when you're designing a sticker you need to make sure that it's saved as a PNG. If you hear my dog moaning, groaning, growling, barking, talking or doing anything in the background, she is insane. Hello, I'm interrupting this video for a public service announcement. In this video I make these stickers, or I receive them. You see me making a different set. I am making these stickers, let me open them. Wow! I am making these stickers in partnership with West Country Doberman Rescue. They are a charity based here in the UK that save Dobermans, pretty much. The founder or owner or whatever you call them, her name is Natalie and she's amazing. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting her. We have had two Dobermans in our family life. The first one's name was Duke. These were both rescues. He was my best friend. We got him just before I became chronically ill, and he became my best friend. My whole, like, he wouldn't eat his breakfast until I ate my breakfast. That's how close we were, and it was okay because I was stuck in the house all the time, so it wasn't like, I mean, we were just attached. So he was my whole reason for getting up in the morning, literally, otherwise he wouldn't eat. Then after Duke passed, a little while later, we got Kai. We rescued him from the RSPCA, and he was just the best behaved dog you have ever seen. When we would walk him, he would walk backwards in front of us because if you held his toy, he wanted to look at you and the toy. He also had certain spots. We would go for a walk and he would have certain spots that he would stop at on that walk while he waited for us. We always knew where he was. He was a good little boy, and he also was my best friend. He would stay with me all the time. He liked big cuddles, but he didn't want to be cuddled. And he had a past that we didn't know about, but he was still so gentle and kind and lovely, even though he had clearly had some trauma from humans. That's the thing with dogs that you rescue, you never know what you're getting into. West Country Doberman Rescue, they have saved so many dogs. They paid for they are constantly raising money for Dobermans that come in that need treatment for some reason or other. So 100% of profits from these stickers are going to West Country Doberman Rescue. I want to try and raise some money for them and also give you some things. The reason that it's two different types of stickers is that this one's obviously bigger. It literally says on it, I support West Country Doberman Rescue. And then this one is for those of you who might want something a little bit more subtle. It's still obviously a Doberman on the sticker, but it's just like, if you just follow me and you like the sticker and you want to support the charity, then there's that option as well. This is something that means so much to me. Lola is literally crying in the background. Since I started doing art, or making art, I guess, one of the things I've wanted to do and figure out how to do is to use my art and skills and general and social media and anything to help causes that I care about, raise awareness of things that I care about, and this is definitely one of them. So the stickers are available on my Etsy, which will be linked in the description as this video is live, and I'm very nervous and excited to release them because I really want it to do well so that I can support the charity, obviously. So help me out, help the Dobermans find homes. She not only supports their vet bills, but she also literally, like, they'll be imported from wherever, all over the world, and they are homeless and scared and in danger and need help. So help them. Thank you. Goodbye. So when it comes to manufacturing stickers or making your stickers, there's a lot of different ways you can go. There's obviously lots of different companies, but then there's also ways that you can make them yourself. A lot of people have a Cricut, or is that how you say it? Cricut, and they make their stickers at home. That was not going to happen for me. I hate printers, and the Cricut, or whatever it's called, is basically a really complicated printer. I think printers are just the worst piece of technology. Like, we made them, and then they were shit. We developed so much other technology, and then we were just like, hey, you know this, you know printers, and I'm talking about just like straight up boring printers that are in schools. Let's just like not advance in any way, make them any easier to use. Let's just make it real difficult. They never work. Anyway, I was not about to have technical difficulties, so I would rather just send them off and figure it out that way. Manufacturers that I go with are Sticker App, mostly because they were in my budget, but I've also heard good reviews from other artists, and I've bought other artists' stickers and they were made through Sticker App and they were high quality stickers. I've even put my own sticker on my water bottle it's been on there for months, since like April last year, and it's fine. It's still going strong. Obviously with manufacturers, you need to find the best one for you within a decent budget. Sticker App do require like a minimum amount of stickers per price, but it's fine. It's a bit when you're starting out and you're not selling as much, you're going to have more stock than you necessarily need, which is why some people prefer to like get a Cricut and make the stickers themselves, because then they can just make as many as they need. I don't mind just having old stickers in my shop for a while, so it's fine with me. When I have the time and a better budget, I would like to try and source my stickers locally, whether that just means literally in the country, because Sticker App is, I think it's somewhere. It's not in the UK, that's all I know. Yeah, I'd like to be able to source my stickers locally, because it would obviously reduce the footprint and the impact on the planet, and it would just be nice to like support a local business at the same time. For now, there aren't many options near me, so I need to do more research, because I kind of just mainly looked at my town, but if I can find one that's just in the country, then that's obviously better. So once you're in Sticker App, here's a little quick fire mini tutorial of your things. Pick out your measurements, upload your design, and then you can change the material to whatever you want. For example, the stickers that I mainly talk about in this video, there's one that's larger and is just like a vinyl sticker, you know, your average whatever, and then there's another one that's holographic. Different sizes and materials are going to affect the final cost of the amount of products that you get for a certain amount. Basically, the cheapest options possible is going to be cheaper, and you're going to get more stickers for your money. Obviously, when you start changing things and adding things and all that kind of stuff, that's when it changes. They get sent in these little bags that are waterproof in a little package. I've never ordered anything bigger than these types of stickers, so that's all I've ever received. I like to keep them in the bags just because, again, I want to be able to like be using them, and then afterwards I like to save the bags. Just again, I want to be minimizing the amount of shit that I'm causing to the planet, so that is why. I like to take photos of them in daylight, and just in my like studio aka my bedroom, lol. Sometimes I'll go outside and sometimes I just stay in my room. This time I pretty much just stayed in my room and like went near the window. Everybody knows what something looks like when it's been taken on a phone. Like most people who are going to have access to these stickers and are going to see my social media and stuff, they've probably got a phone and they're probably taking photos on the phone and they know like what a phone looks like. So yeah, after that I do minimal editing. I just obviously usually with my photos I like to add a little filter and make it look snazzy, but when it's these types of photos I pretty much just touch the contrast, saturation and all that kind of thing, just like nudging it a little bit just to make it look as I see it with my eyeballs. Then I list them on Etsy. I do want to make a video or mention at some point why I went from Shopify to Etsy, but I've moved to Etsy. It's super easy on there as well. Like both Shopify and Etsy just have a bunch of stuff that you have to fill out, so it is kept really easy. You pretty much just fill in all the information, but you want to make sure that you're keeping the title SEO friendly. So for example, I will look up, like for example, these are Doberman stickers, so I literally typed in Doberman sticker to Etsy just to see what other people were titling and titling their products and also putting in the description, because not only am I trying to make the people that follow me aware of this stuff, but also as I'm on Etsy and as it has a search function, I might as well try and make it as search friendly as possible. So making sure your SEO is at least I'm not very good at SEO, I'm actually very bad at it. Then I'll sit down and make an Instagram post. For this one I wanted to make two different types. I talk about this separately, but I do want to talk to you about like why I'm doing this and everything. Usually I would just say, hey man, I've just made some stickers, and I'd take some pretty photos, as I've already talked about, make some reels and Bob's your uncle. But this time I also wanted to make a post that talks about awareness around Dobermans and how they're treated and stuff. So there's two different types of posts I made for this one, and yeah, I'll talk about that separately. It is worth noting that reels and TikTok are obviously super important now. Like I have one reel on my Instagram that's doing really well and I have no idea why. Like I used an audio that had the little arrow next to it, so it was a trending audio, but I've used it separately on a different one and did not get the same results. The video itself is of me cleaning my gouache set, and I just like was like, oh, I'll just film this because, you know, whatever, and it's like doing really well and I just don't know why. Obviously TikTok, reels, video in general are super important to businesses, especially on Instagram, because they are absolute donkeys. They really push in the whole reel thing. I think I've noticed that my feed has gotten better over the past few weeks, to be fair. There's a bit more of a balance, but it's still very reels heavy. Anyway, although I think it's improved, I do think that reels are super important and a way that Instagram is going to like push your stuff. So that's pretty much it. That's how I make my stickers, from designing them to finishing them off. It sounds like I'm murdering stickers. I'm still very much a beginner in this whole artist space, especially in the artist shop space, so I still have a lot to learn, but I wanted to share things as I learned them along the way. Stickers are something I'm pretty confident about at this point. I know that I can sit down, make one, order it, and it turns up how I thought it was going to and stuff like that, so I've pretty much figured it out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me showing you my process. My dog is walking around. Hey Lola. Bye.